Hi, it's David in the Stained Glass Studio, and here we are ready to show you how to do the soldering portion of the window repair. As you recall, on the last video I had just finished up putting on the copper foil. So now that that's in place, I've got the all of the equipment that I need. My soldering iron is heated up and I've added flux, and now I'm going to start soldering. This is just the same soldering technique that we always use when doing a copper foil window. I have a trash can down below so that if any of the solder does drip through, it'll go just right into the trash and I don't have a cleanup problem. But now I just work my way around on the copper foil. If you look down towards the bottom middle of the screen, you can see there's kind of a gray picture imposed on the video, and that's just to keep a glare spot from a light bulb that was up above, so that it's not so bright when you're watching the video. I have to be very cautious with cleanliness up against the lead, because the lead pieces are old and they're oxidized and they don't accept the solder very readily. On these corners they're okay. You'll notice I touch and pull over so that the melted solder can seek its own level and become as smooth as possible. Now up here at the top, I have a little more difficulty getting the solder to stick to the lead. Sometimes when this occurs, you'll need to take a brass brush or a piece of sandpaper or steel wool and really work that lead in order to get it to stick better. Now from here, it looks pretty good. But I'm looking directly down on it and I can see there's a slight gap in between that top piece of lead. And so now I'm going to take my iron, I'm going to heat it and scrub it and kind of pry the oxidation loose, and also add additional flux. And I'm probably going to have to do that more than once, because it's just it's just fighting me. Seeing from here, from our camera angle, it looks like it's perfectly flat and sealed in place, but from the direction I'm looking, I'm able to see that it's not quite good enough. Move that little ball of solder and go back and kind of work it. Okay, I think I've got it now. I can go on and solder the side pieces. Okay, well, now that I've got all that done, I'm ready to flip the window over. Now you can see that glare that that little gray box was shielding you from, so you can appreciate that it was there. Okay, now you can see that most of it is already looks like it's already done, because the tops and bottoms of the full house piece, the lead is still there, so just the two sides are required to be repaired on this one. See how the brush went behind that little box, that little picture? That's just to keep that the glare out of your eyes. Really professional video guys probably know how to do that and you not even see it. But so we just go back, and that solder seems to stick pretty well to the old lead. So I'm able to just solder right up to it, right on it. I heat the lead up. And there it goes. And it flows just perfectly. You notice the technique. It's just a touch and pull off. I'm not dragging the solder and I'm not painting it. I just touch and pull off. Let it seek its own level so it can get just as smooth as possible. Here I'm going to do a little bit of work underneath that little photo insert, but you understand what I'm doing there. Okay, here we are. You can see it now. Alright, now there it is. Now we're ready to go on to the cleaning steps. So the first thing I do is spray it with quick clean, and you notice I get it nice and wet. Now this is to get rid of the flux that I've used while in the soldering process. So I spray it down really good. Then I get a good clean rag and I buff it and wash it. I'm not pushing too hard because I don't need to. But now I'm going to take some CJs and I just put the size of a coin on there, and then I add some water. Then I use a brush. Now the CJs should get underneath and clean off all of the residues and the flux, and it also prepares the lead to be able to accept the patina when we put it on. And so it's an important step. We find that we get much better results if we use CJs and quick clean rather than just using one or the other. So I just pull that away. I don't have to be too concerned about it. Once it's out of the way, then I can bring my patina. Now this is Novacan Black. Now with a patina, we try to use a very small rag to apply the patina because the rag won't last. It'll deteriorate and dissolve by the next day. So now I just rub it on the two places, and I need a little bit of darkening, but I want it to be more gray, and so I hit it with a quick clean that neutralizes the patina, and then I just wipe it off. Now on this particular window I'm not going to clean it too good because the window's for sale in a gift shop, and they like the gunkiness to be left on. They don't want their old window to look too new. And so I'm going to do the same thing on the front side. I apply the quick clean, Now you'll be able to see more of the color matching here because there's more of the lead that's going to need that patina on it. So now we'll put a little bit of the patina. Now I decided to leave off the CJ's step on this side because of the results I got on the other side. It was blacker than I wanted it to be, and now I want it to be more gray, and so I don't want it to accept the patina quite as well as it did. But now it was starting to go bronze on me, so now I'm going over and adding more patina and getting it to that black look because bronze just doesn't match gray at all. Okay, now I can hit it with this quick clean. And I can buff it up. This has been David Gomm in the glass studio, and I hope this has been a good instructional video for you, and I hope that the other videos that we put up are helpful to you. See you next time.